Peace to the fam. Solid Foundation Israelite Academy. Once again, I am your host, Shabar Judah Ben Israel. That's right. Coming at you with another quick lesson. And this lesson is concerning pork. So, is pork fit for your health? Is pork good for your health? No, pork is not safe. You can come up with getting worms from eating pork. And as you zoom in, it says one of the biggest concerns with eating pork meat is trichinosis or trichinosis. This is an infection that humans get from eating uncooked or uncooked pork that contains the larvae, which are maggots, of the trichina worm. The worm parasite is very commonly found in the pork. So that's not good, people. Pork is not acceptable. It's outside the dietary law, and we as Hebrew Israelites, we know that pork is unacceptable. Pork is off limits. And even if you go and Google this online, you'll see for yourself, right? This is a website by www.helpline.com. It says 4 dangers of eating pork. Now, what are these 4 dangers of eating pork? Okay, you can come up with a case of hepatitis E. You can get multiple sclerosis. Number 3, liver and cancer, cirrhosis. Number 4, and yersinia. And you can look up all these terms for yourselves on your free time and see that none of this is good. Why? Because these are the dangers of eating pork. All right, the Bible forbids the consumption of pork. People want to know, is pork good or bad? The Bible tells you that. You know, in the Lord, this is Leviticus 11:1, says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying unto them," Leviticus 11:2, "speaking to the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all beasts that are on the earth." And Leviticus 11 is just a dietary chapter telling you what is fit for you to eat and what's not. And when you go on down to Leviticus 11:7, it says, "And the swine." Now, what is the swine? Come on, people. We don't went over this so many times. The swine is kazir in Hebrew, which is 2386 in the dictionary of the Hebrew. It's kazir. And basically, the swine is a hog. A swine is a boar, which is a wild hog. Or you could say a pig, a sow, or a piglet. That's a swine. So when the Bible speaks of the term swine, it is the modern day common hog or pig in Leviticus 11:7. So what it says about this hog or common pig today: though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, he cheweth not the cud. He doesn't regurgitate his food. He is unclean to you. So this is what the Heavenly Father said, that the swine is unclean to you. You know, I mean, the hell with what man, woman say. But what about the Heavenly Father? What did he say? He said clearly in his word that the swine, which is the hog, the common pig, he is unclean to you. So I don't want to hear it. You know, the swine is unclean, it's off limits, you know, because there's so many health effects you get from eating swine. And this is judgment for breaking God's commands. You know, we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, being the Israelites, we are not to eat this filthy beast. But I want to show you something else that's remarkable, something else that's fascinating, y'all, dealing with words, okay? Because we know that words are spells. We know that if you break down the etymology of words, they are spells. So you have to be very careful on what you say, because your words are spells. You can't even get a word unless you spell it. So those are the true curse words. Those are the true spells, the terms you use. So be careful what terms you select and use towards your friends, family, or whosoever it may be. Okay, so dealing with the swine. Let me show you something on an esoteric level dealing with the power of words being spells, okay? So guys, we head over to paint. We don't pull up the paint program, and I'm gonna do a little writing to show you about the swine, okay? Whether you call it swine, whether you call it pig, whether you call it hog, whether you call it sow, whether you call it piglet, whether you call it boar, All these are the same, so you can't get around it. No pork. Examples of pork is, you know, bacon. You know, that's pork. You know, pork ribs. You know, we know that pork ribs. You know, Boston butt. Boston butt. That's pork. You know, hog chitlins. You know, hog chitterlings. They call it chitterlings. I call it shitterlings. Chit is really just shit. That's all you're eating. The intestines of a hog, which contain shit. And you have like pork patties, you know, fat back, you know, like you know, pig tail, you know, pig tail, pig ears, anything on a pig really. Pig ears, pig feet, you know, anything on a, basically anything on a hog, man. I mean, on your free time, just, you might want to look up the meats that is inside the pork community so you can stay away from them, because they truly is hazardous to your health. But let's erase this, and I'm going to show you something dealing with the power of words. Have you ever wondered why they call it pork sausage? Like pork sausage. Have you ever wondered why they call it that? I'm going to break it down. I'm going to analyze it so you can see what's really going on. Because when you really look into the word play, pork is pork that saws age. Pork saws age. Saws age. See that? Pork saws age. Pork sausage. Pork saws age. Pork, if you don't still understand, it cuts age. Okay? That's what pork does. It deducts from your age. Okay? Because it's hazardous to your health. So it basically shortens your age. Alright? That's why it's known as pork saws age. Pork saws age. Pork cuts age. Pork deducts age, if I spelled deduct right. So I just wanted you to think about that, brothers and sisters, and that's why the Bible is basic instructions before leaving earth, you know, and it also is a book of the law which teaches you how to live a healthy life. So no, Leviticus 11:7 speaks of the swine being off limits. Shalom, brothers and sisters, and once again, Shabar Judah ben Israel, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Yahweh by Shemama Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders, salutations to the brothers that's pushing this truth and sincerity. Till next time, we say peace.